Steam is more than just a store for games. It's a store for artistry, storytelling, creativity, and passion. It can also be a place for AAA gaming slop and blatant plagiarism, but we're only going to take a look at the positives. With how vast this archive of gaming is, I believe there are many games being hidden from the community of gamers who are looking for a memorable experience. I have spent hours searching for games that might not have as big of a following or community as most others, but I'll be playing through my playthrough of these games so that I can hopefully help you find the experience you are looking for. And today, we are going to start with the first game I've played off this list. Welcome to what I'm calling Hidden Gems. Little disclaimer. I will be going into pretty good detail about these games' stories and gameplay, so if the games I'm talking about are ones you are interested in, please go play them first and then come back for my opinion and judgment. Also, I'm playing all these games in this series on my Twitch and Kick channels, so please go follow me so you can watch me play these games live. I'll leave a link in the description for all of those, for my Twitch, for my Kick, and any other social media you want to be involved in. So please partake, go follow, go sub if you'd like, and I'll be waiting for you. Anyways, thank you, and enjoy the video. Now, I'm sure based on the name, you can make a good guess what kind of game this is. Coromon is basically a Pokemon clone. However, in my opinion, there are many things about this game that make it better. During the beginning, you get to choose not only how you experience the game, but the level of difficulty, and you can also make it a randomized or even a Nuzlocke playthrough, which I know Pokemon fans are foaming at the mouth for. Game Freak has no fucking idea what they're doing. Keep introducing slop after slop. I had hope after Sword and Shield. I actually thought Sword and Shield was pretty good. And then they made Scarlet and Violet, and it proved that they're still idiots. So. It is what it is, I guess. I didn't make the game, don't be mad at me, it's just my opinion. Anyways, on top of all of that, you get to fully customize your character and unlock more costumes as the story progresses. So it's a really fun experience. The story begins with you asleep in bed as your mother rudely tells you to wake up. You then get transported into a dream of you battling another Coromon, where you get your first taste of gameplay. After defeating the Big Fish Man, your bitch of a mom runs in and shoves your whole ass bed, saying, "Don't close your eyes again." Who the fuck does that? Let the motherfucker sleep in peace. Like, goddamn, dude. Walks in there shaking it like that's one scene from The Exorcist, if you know what I'm talking about. You then find out that it's your first day of work at a company called Lux Solus. Now, I quickly appreciated the somewhat old school pixel art style of the game. It brought back some great nostalgia, and I loved the few sprite/attack animations that were in the tutorial battle. Anyways, after your mom leaves your room, you then get to create your character, where I made this and moved on. Once you leave the house, you go with your mother to catch your train to work. You have a lovely heartfelt moment with your mom where she gives you 3,000 smackaroonies and a big old hug. Aww. What a sweet parent. We all love them, don't we? We all love our parents. Epic mom moment. Once you arrive, you talk to the receptionist, where, as mentioned before, you get to select your difficulty. The harder the difficulty, the more Nuzlocke rules are applied. I, however, pick normal to get the standard experience. You then get to pick a colored gauntlet, which is the most important tool you will receive in the game, and I accidentally picked blue. I meant to pick red because it's my whole color scheme, and I accidentally picked blue. I didn't mean to do it, but whatever, not that important. Once finished there, you go and talk to Nelson, who lets you pick your very first Coromon. You get to pick between Tortuga, my goat, Nibelgar, and Cub Zero. After selecting the superior choice, Nelson battles you with one of the other starters as another tutorial battle.
Fuck you, you stupid bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's after this battle and your starter levels up that you discover some more core mechanics of the game. Battles and experiences work differently as opposed to most other monster fighting RPGs. Instead of attacks having limited use, they have a number next to them, indicating how much energy, represented by the purple bar here, it takes to use this move. If you run out of energy, you must take a turn to recuperate half of your Koromon's energy back. Leveling up works differently as well. Every Koromon has 2 bars of experience. One is for leveling up, and the other is for potential. Once your Koromon reaches another level of potential, you are given 3 stat points to distribute however you see fit for your Koromon. Basically, this means that you get to choose how to build each individual member of your team. While they will have base stats, you ultimately get to decide how they end up, which I think is a super cool mechanic. I love that. I love getting to choose how each of my party members play. You can choose them to be tanky, you can choose them to be very offensive based, very defensive based, or just an all around. It's fun. It makes the experience really fresh. You can change up how you play it each time. You know, I like it. You then get to learn where the healing stations are, explore the first town a bit, and inevitably go to the lab to meet the professor, or in your case, the boss. But it's not just anyone. Your boss is fucking Professor X. Just kidding. His name is Wriggle. After meeting Wriggle, he takes you into his lab where you discover your main objective in the game. Instead of fighting gym leaders, you are tasked with finding these titans and collecting their essence. For what reason, you ask? You will find out later. Once you make it to the first town, you're given a couple of tasks to help out the villagers, and in exchange, a villager named Perrin will upgrade your gauntlet and install a new module. Now, most modules are used to help complete puzzles throughout the game. They are consistently very important tools, but some are just upgrades to help progression be a tad bit easier for you. Next, you meet a Lux Solus employee named Noah, who introduces you to these teleporters that you can use throughout the game to get from location to location. Once you repair the portals, you're basically done in this area and it's time to move on. After running through the next route and talking to a man named Derek, he takes you on his boat to the next island where you prepare to encounter your first Titan. You're first directed to go and talk to Nicola and Thomas to get more information. Immediately after walking in, Nicola is visibly freaked out about something. He mentions an encounter Thomas had in the cave system, but doesn't elaborate too much about it. All we know is that Thomas is trapped in the cave and needs help, so we are sent in to rescue him. Once you make it through the cave, and a couple of evolutions later, you finally find Thomas, who is strangely trapped behind a door, banging and screaming for help. Thomas tells you to overcharge the fuse box with electric type moves, so you do just that. After literally battling and defeating the fuse box, you learn a little more about what happened to Thomas. You learn that some strangers were looking to take an item called the Essence Locator from Thomas. But he walked into a room where he accidentally locked himself in it. He then asked to be escorted out, but in fear of another possible confrontation, he asked you to hold on to the Essence Locator. After taking him back to the Buzzlet lab, we finally meet these strangers they were talking about. Yet, they are more than just strangers. These guys are literally blue alien terrorists. And no, I'm not exaggerating on that. You will quickly find out how fucked up these guys are. They try to get the Essence Locator from Thomas, but of course he doesn't have it because he gave it to us. After these terrorists realize Thomas won't tell them where he hid it, they start literally speaking in reverse and kidnap Thomas in a giant floating fucking ball sack. They then tell you that they planted a genetically modified Coromon in the lab that is currently wreaking havoc inside. I mean, if that doesn't... They literally planted, like I said, a roided up Coromon in the lab, not caring about any of the lives in there, any of the other Coromon in there, to destroy the lab. I know this is like kind of like a kind-hearted, like nice, family-friendly looking game. That is literally terroristic activity. I don't know how else to describe it. These literal blue aliens planted a walking bomb in a lab full of people, full of other Coromon, with the sole purpose to fuck shit up. Huh? Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, they explain that they have discovered a new element, which we learn later, can basically do anything you want it to do. You walk into the lab, and a modified Lumon is tearing up the lab. Once you fight it, you'll notice not only is it stronger, but it resists most, if not all, typings, making the fight much more difficult. After defeating the roided Lumon, you tell Nicola what has happened, where you are then given your main objective of the game. You are tasked to use the Essence Locator to collect every Titan's essence, and use it to reverse the effects of this new element. So, you do just that. You travel to new towns, biomes, all while discovering more creatures and more behind these blue, alien terrorist pieces of shit. All of this for the sole purpose of finding all the Titans and using their power to save the world. While I know that might sound a little cliche or generic, I think there's a couple differences about the game that make it unique and worth your time and attention. First off, many of the designs of the Coromon are incredible, minus a select few. Their somewhat old school pixel art not only gives the designs a sense of nostalgia, but many of them are very fresh and original. On top of that, every move, except the ones that share a name, have their own unique animation, which I know have both been issues of a similar franchise. I really appreciate the effort that was given in these designs and animations. It truly shows how much thought went into each creation. Another changing aspect is potential. A mechanic to basically substitute shinies. Every Coromon, regardless of evolution stage, have 3 different potentials, which affects how much experience they gain and their potential bar. Also, depending on the potential, they will come in different colors, just like shinies and Pokemon. The 3 different types of potential are standard, potent, and perfect, with each being more rare to find. They can be difficult to find, especially perfects, but just like most RPGs, there are many items to help you on your journey, whether it be berries, lures, stones, or moves. There are many different items that can apply many cool effects or help you in many different ways, like the Sloth Orb that lets a Coromon gain a percentage of XP without fighting, or the Kiwano Rock, which when held makes any Coromon that physically attacks the user take recoil damage. There is much to enjoy in this game, and I think a lot of the battles can be very challenging, especially against the Titans. If you are not prepared, these fights can easily overwhelm you. These Titan fights, even if you have advantage typing over it, are plotted against you. They are built to fuck you in every way, shape, or form. Even if you, like I said, have a type advantage on it, I promise you, you will not do as much damage as you thought you would. They are genuinely challenging. I think regardless of the mode that you play, maybe if you play it on easy, it's might not be as hard, but I played it on normal, and a couple times I had my whole squad wiped, and I still had to use items to help me get through the battles. They're very challenging, and I greatly appreciate it. I love the challenge, and the puzzles getting to them are very fun to solve. Even though I thought it was challenging, it's what makes it fun. As a Pokemon fan, I've always disliked how easy the games have gotten since Sword and Shield, and Coromon actually challenges you a bit, which I respect. It encourages you to grind for levels, but it gives you plenty of ways to make it not as grueling. The puzzles in the game are super fun, and some of them can be a bit challenging, but for the most part are very simple to figure out. Now, with all this being said, I do think there are some negative aspects of the game. For one, the story is a bit short. You could probably complete this game in about 12 to 15 hours playing on normal. However, the harder difficulties will increase that time probably by a lot. However, arguably my least favorite thing about the game is some of the dialogue. The game likes to drop a lot of references, whether it be video games or movies, and most of the time they come off kind of cringe and just not necessary. To kind of go back on that Blue Alien Terrorist rant, a minor spoiler warning, by the way. There's this one town that's very obviously Middle Eastern inspired, and the leader of the area, his name's like Iran or something like that, and this is where you really start to get a taste of how fucking evil these blue guys are. Iran, who is like the leader of this town or the president, however you want to look at it, he is physically, you can see it, he is physically being transformed into one of the blue alien guys. These blue alien terrorist scumbags are literally transforming people into them. It's completely fucked. And again, it's like the one area where it's like Middle East inspired, and of course all of the people are like trying to scam you. You literally have to pay to use the healing station there. You have to pay 500 gold to heal your fucking Koromon there. Like, I don't know why he felt the need to make that one area be like that, but creative differences, you know. I don't know. It's weird. Whatever. Overall, I believe the pros outweigh the cons here. The gameplay is fun, nostalgic, and challenging. The enemies are genuinely fucked in the head, no matter how you look at it, making them satisfying to defeat. I originally got this game on sale for a little less than $3, so I had to give it a shot. Would I consider Koromon a hidden gem? At the price I paid for it, yes, I would. I encourage anyone to give it a shot, and hey, it even hints at a second game once you beat it, and I will most likely play that as well. Even once you beat the main story, there's an online arena to fight other players and challenge runs to collect more rewards. At the end of the day, I think it was worth every penny that I spent. I had a great experience. We played it on stream, and it was fun. I think it has a lot of replayability with the harder rules, the harder difficulties, making a randomized run. And I think that could be really fun. I encourage a lot of people, I encourage anyone to give this game a chance, especially if you're a big fan of the monster collecting RPGs. It's very worth it. I appreciate anybody who's watching the video. Thank you very much for being here. And just know that I'm playing more games in this series actively right now. So go follow my Twitch, go follow my Kick channel. I'll have a link to both of them in the description, and you can come watch and play along with me. I don't want to spoil what the next game we're playing is, but I have already started playing it on both of those channels. And of course, I will be making more videos here about it and all kinds of other videos. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you'd like me to go into more detail on these games. I didn't originally because I don't want to spoil it for people that do want to play the games, but if you'd like me to go into great detail about these games and their stories, I'd be more than happy to do that. And just remember that this is just my opinion, all right? These are just how I feel about the game. Everybody might feel differently, so don't get upset. You can disagree with me. It's fine. It's okay. Just remember, at the end of the day, my name is Cinema Dude, and what the hell do I know?
Fuck you, you stupid bitch. Fuck you!